Possibly supportive of the president's policy here?
Indeed. First of all, let me set the stage where we are. This is a 43,000-acre ranch. It's the Cage Ranch, 1,600 head of cattle. We're about 60 to 70 miles from the border. But for 3 generations, the Cage family has had this property, and for 3 generations, they have seen a constant flow of people walking across their property. These are the undocumented migrants making their way into the United States. And joining us is Presnell and Stephanie Cage. They are very familiar with the issues here. You support the president's policy. So I guess the first question to you is, when you see parents and children separated, why do you support a policy that appears to be, to many people, heartless?
Well, it's basically the laws of our land. Trump, I believe, is going in the right direction. This would be, I think, it's going to be a deterrent to keep this from happening. If people would adhere to the laws of our land, it wouldn't be a problem right now.
Stephanie, you're a mother. You're a grandmother of 7. How do you react when you see that the families are being split apart? We've heard what we believe is audio of children crying for their parents.
Of course, it is very upsetting. But I'm as equally upset with the parents for exposing their children to the dangers of smuggling their children across the border.
These are parents who start in El Salvador, in Guatemala. They get on a train known as La Bestia, known as the Beast, and they make this trip. But they say that they're fleeing a violence that is forcing them to leave. I see you shaking your head.
Well, I think certainly there is some of that, but I think that's very much exaggerated. I think very few cases are caused by that. I think most of them are just coming over here for try to make a better life in this country, and all this country has to offer.
So, Stephanie, as people are arriving, and you say both that you'd like to see or believe that this will be a deterrent, we don't have actual numbers that indicate that it is a deterrent.
We don't.
So where does that leave you?
Not yet, but I think it'll show up sooner or later if we keep it up.
So this is a very political debate in our country.
There's no doubt about that.
Do you believe that Donald Trump is still getting pressure from within the Republican Party, his own party here, that this will stand?
I think he's getting pressure from all sides.
Understandably?
Well, I understand the big push for separation of the children from their mothers. That has got to be a real, that's a big point, and that's so important. But still, we have to stay with our laws of our land. And if the laws aren't right, Congress change them.
So, Stephanie, you told me that as many people might wonder if this